We're recording, right? Yeah.
Yes. What does that button do? Just reset or something?
What button?
It stops and resets it automatically?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Definitely going to have a good start, which is not always easy, I know. Good. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Gordon, this one? Johnny.
Johnny, yeah.
DJ's cousin.
You know, that's how bad I am with names. I mean, I remember your face.
You don't have to tell me a damn thing. Believe me, I know. I hear a name, I gotta hear it 20 times, I gotta see it on the label to even get it.
How the heck did you remember mine?
Well, Duke King is the first person I've ever heard of being named Duke.
Okay. That helps then.
Very easy to remember.
Now, how do you spell your name? Do you spell with an H or no?
Johnnny.
Okay, got it. Because I know some people spell it different ways. I-E or what have you, you know.
There was a guy on Facebook that kept getting kicked off because his name was Fuck That Bitch. P-H-U-C-D-A-T bitch.
Right.
Fuck that bitch.
What's up with these people?
Well, what kind of Asian name is that? Is that
well, I don't know how it's spelled.
Vietnamese, Malaysian?
It might be Thai for all I know,
Yeah.
but it's based on how it's spelled. And of course, if people are going to mispronounce things, then that's going to be their interpretation of it, and it's tragic.
Duke? Is that your name?
I spelled mine D-U-C,
Yeah.
but most people are not going to get that. So
That's correct, Duke?
yeah.
Okay.
In French, it's spelled the same way, so it's pronounced the way. But in Vietnamese, it's Duke. But no one's going to be able to say that because you have to know the language.
Yeah.
It's just like trying to pronounce a German name or
Oh, definitely, I hear that.
a Slavic name. No one's going to get it right.
Yeah, I get that.
Unless you know something. So.
I totally get that.
Which is why some people's last names, they ended up simplifying it, you know, or even their first name. Like, for example, Dennis Kucinich, who was mayor of Cleveland, I think it was, Ohio, Democratic presidential candidate back in 2004. He said that many years ago his family's surname was K-U-N-N-I-C, no H, but they added the H so that people could enunciate it easier.
Those names are definitely among the hardest.
Yeah, they're among the longest and also the Thai.
Like
that's the funny. Yeah.
Kaczynski.
Right, and this is the funny thing as far as language and cultures goes that I came across that I thought was really interesting. Okay, so you have Thai and Thailand people, right? It's T-H-A-I, right? You don't pronounce the H.
Yeah.
And then the Indian certain Indian languages or names where it starts with a T, you pronounce it like the English TH sound. And unless you are exposed to people with that name, or like the name, like one name in a female name that I know of, that's from an Indian woman. Her name is R-I-T-H-U. You would pronounce it Ritu, like you're adding a TH to it. And I surprised some of my, friends who are Indian American. I was like, wait, how did you know how to say that? I was like, I have friends who have names that, that have a T in it, so I know. But back in high school, none of them bothered to correct me, so I was pronouncing some names wrong here. And that's fine. Like the name, we would used to pronounce it Tahir. T-A-H-I-R. I don't know what language that is or whatever, but it's Tahir, okay. TH sound. So yeah, so it is an Indian name. I'm pretty sure. But some of these guys are also Muslim too, so yeah. I wasn't always sure if it was an Arabic name or an Indian name or something.
Right all the time.
That's true.
Because if you were to go by international standards,
it's different.
American, Arabic, Thai, whatever.
Yeah. So
everybody
different enunciation. So you kind of have to westernize it so that everybody has a chance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Otherwise, there's no way it's going to happen. Like my friend Grant, I have no freaking idea how to pronounce his last name, his surname. It's he was joking during one of his streams last year. He said it's cinnamon, like cinnamon. He's like, but he was joking. He said, no, my name is really hard to pronounce. I mean, it's I don't even remember how to spell it. It's like Thien or something. I'm butchering it, but it's one of those things where. But you know, he didn't even bother to try to tell us on stream because he said it's so hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
And then you got Greek names too, so.
I totally get that.
Yeah, so. But let's try to keep the stream clean because there's a few people who might be watching this.
Oh yeah.
The recording. You know, he's submitting this to Twin Galaxies, which is a theory of use of some. And some of the people who have commented on posts online, they prefer to try to have it clean, because some of them want to, you know.
I don't think I've been swearing.
Alright, we're seeing you, Don. Take care.
Pretty sure I haven't been swearing the whole
Take care,
time,
man.
but
And
if I have, I
yeah, so
apologize.
like you know, there's this one guy who, Data God is his gamer handle. He likes to watch submissions with his son, but there are certain ones he just can't do unless he has it on mute. Some people just cuss their things. Like if I'm ever gonna make a submission and record, like even my Centipede, Best Play Centipede stream, which I've linked in my Twin Galaxies signature at the bottom for people to see, I had a disclaimer in parentheses saying it's a clean stream, there's no cussing or anything like that. So for those who that's a preserve for, you don't have to worry. You know, so. But the fact that you mentioned that guy's name earlier, and he was banned because people probably didn't know how to pronounce his name, and I don't know what the heck the spelling was. I mean, when I cuss, I try to just keep it to the base ones, like darn and fudge and heck, you know?
Oh yeah.
Because even the milder ones that are a bit harsh, the other counterparts, some people, it still bothers them. So. I'll say, what the fudge. Actually, I met someone last July, 4th of July, and he said he got creative with it because he's a nephew, so he had to keep it clean. And he said, he's like, oh, French toast, you know, he just threw in his own thing, you know. And I explained this to my now 7-year-old cousin, and he cracked up. And so we were just throwing our own, because this kid loves food. So one of his favorite things, even when he was younger, was egg and rice and egg and bacon. So I always have a running line of jokes when I'm with them, making fun, just be like, you know, yeah. Did you have?
So you're streaming this one too?
Oh no, it's just recording. It's not streaming. I didn't mean. It just came out that way.
no,
Oh, nice. Coca-Cola. Data East. Grim Reaper. So, do you live near DJ?
No, I live in Janesville.
Oh, Wisconsin. Oh wow. Okay. My dad's family was originally from Janesville. We were sponsoring the U.S. on the Janesville.
I call it Illinois because it's pretty much Illinois except for some Wisconsin.
Got it.
Beloit and Janesville, pretty much Illinois.
But they're close enough too. Got it. So how far are you from here, Brookfield, Wisconsin, the suburb of Milwaukee?
We didn't actually time it out. This is probably the first time I went up this far.
Okay.
The furthest I usually go is Madison.
Which is about an hour from here, or something like that, give or take?
I don't know. I never really timed it out.
Got it.
But it's...
You drive fast?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Me and him do go to Eagle River occasionally.
What's that?
Like 6 hours.
From here? Wow.
From where I live.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, yeah, that's further up north than Madison, but that's like the only place that we ever go. And it's usually all highway.
Got it.
So pretty much rurally, I don't really go a whole lot, you know, further past Janesville than I have.
Got it. What's the population of Janesville, would you think?
I don't really know.
50,000 or more?
I live in between Janesville and Beloit, actually, so
Oh, okay, gotcha.
it hasn't never been a real big concern of mine. TJ,
Yeah.
what's the population of Janesville?
50,000? Less?
Probably more like 40,000.
Holy cow. That's small, huh? I just threw out that number because it's a nice baseline.
Oh yeah.
This guy's a Mech Taco. That's really funny.
McDonald's taco.
McDonald's Taco.
You need looks like you need a lighter.
Oh, they'll disqualify you if you use anything else except
Like track and field, right?
Actually, there was a submission on Twin Galaxy for track and field on MAME, the emulator, and the guy wouldn't reveal the device he was using. And then eventually, it turned out to be like a steering wheel or something. At least that's what I read. I didn't. There were so many posts, and people threw out their own interpretations of what they thought it would be, and it was really funny what people threw out there. It's like steering wheel or some crazy device that gave you an edge over the competition.
Like a pinwheel, you know, or something. A wheel of fortune with little legs on it.
Like some people in Europe will use the joystick and do this for some of the courses, and I have no idea how that works. But all right, 119 health. We're at 328,000.
Very, very well into it.
You're still on the second stage, aren't you?
Yep.
I can't believe the stages are so long in this game.
People are very, very serious about their game.
Well, when you're going for score, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
I'm a very
world record, right?
Yeah, well, world record attempt.
If you set a world record, it has to be legit.
Exactly.
I get that.
And the way it works with Twin Galaxies today, it's something called Twin Galaxies Submission Adjudication Process, TGSAP. So what that pretty much means is someone uploads a video, posts it in a thread, make sure they have the right entry of the score, no typos, 1 credit, it has to be on the right track and the correct settings. And then the Twin Galaxies community, they watch the video, make sure that the gameplay is legit and everything. On the consoles, you have to avoid pausing. If this is arcade and it's not a MAME, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But you still have to have a full, complete video play proving that the person did it. And then you submit it and people watch it. If it looks, if it's valid, then you vote yes if it's valid. And you vote no. Yeah.
You have to completely avoid pausing whatsoever.
If you're recording on console and or playing on emulator.
So if you
No,
pause
because
once, you're disqualified.
it depends on the circumstances of the pause. If it was an accidental pause and it was brief and you unpaused it,
Right away,
the community might be more forgiving for you. Or if there's like something that occurred beyond your control. Like one example recently was there was this game called Space Cadet Pinball from the PC. D.B. Cooper, his real name is Dick Moreland. He was playing the game, and for some odd reason, the game resized itself and shrunk and paused the game. He had no choice but to open the window up, unpause, and play. There were two people. No, it was a malfunction in the game. So he unpaused right away and played the game. And 2 members of the community commented and said, "I'm okay with this because it wasn't your fault." And no one else commented, and they were willing to accept it. I saw it. I thought of commenting, but I was like, hey, if it's good for these guys, it's good for me, because I don't want to be a jerk about it. I mean, it was a legit run overall. He didn't deliberately press the pause button, so it got accepted. It got verified.
I think if you cover yourself pretty well.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as you're, because there have been data. It's called an evidence package. You submit as much evidence as possible to try to prove without a shred of doubt that that run was totally legitimate. Whether it's filming yourself, announcing yourself on this, showing the gameplay, showing the settings, showing the boot up, going into the machine. Some people showed themselves playing the game and the gameplay itself, which is probably the best evidence package in addition to photos.
That probably legitimates. If you pause it by accident, it probably legitimates more.
Right, and then you unpause it. Yeah, there have been submissions that have gone through. It's all based on the discussion, because there are some games that explicitly on the track rule says no pausing. A notorious example of that is the virtual pinball runs and the Guitar Hero type games, Rock Band, Band Hero, whatever you call it. If you pause, you're disqualified. So no pausing. And but most games do not have an explicit rule. In which case, it's implicit. You know, it's subject to debate. So, you know,
the Guitar Hero, you gotta pretty much actually have to hit the start button.
Right, so you have to let go of it. But
there's no way to accidentally do it.
It has happened. It has happened on Angry Bird submissions or whatever on the mobile phone. And so some people have had their scores disqualified / rejected because the community deemed that was an avoidable pause. If it was an avoidable pause, then, you know, stuff pops up on the phone. If you put it in what they call airplane mode, it shuts everything off, hopefully. But, you know, I mean, I have not submitted anything yet. I'm still working on stuff, and if I ever want to, eventually, I plan to do this, submit some stuff on the console. Can you move that in, please, so everybody has room? Thank you.
I've seen about 3,000 people go by there.
Yeah, because it's not pushed in. It's kind of dumb, you know. But that guy just completely removed it, so that was awesome.
The only guy out of 3,000 people to fix the
well,
problem.
yeah, I'm glad I opened my mouth and asked. But you get what we're saying, right, Johnny?
Yeah.
Because, but there have been submissions where there were issues with uploads. The video got corrupted or something.
Oh.
This person had to show as much proof as he could. And the one example I can think of is the world record score of, I think it's over 20 million for Super Pac-Man on the default marathon setting where you can get bonus lives, and that was by Robbie Lakeman. And he submitted any number of, as much evidence as he could, videos and stuff. And you know, he was able to prove to, this is before I joined Twin Galaxies, to vote things up. And people voted it up, so people trusted him, you know? It's when you try to hide evidence like some people do, or don't answer questions and try to cover up for yourself. Stage 5, everyone.
This is the last stage, it's a long stage. I'll use my double flat.
We're on almost at 500,000.
Got a good amount of health though.
All right, 500,000. This is really funny. I'm providing commentary while Pete's playing, and I'm explaining the Twin Galaxies peer adjudication process to this guy and whoever may be watching this.
It's totally good because
whoever's watching this will understand what the heck it's about.
They're going to get entertainment and entertainment on top of that.
Well, some people are probably going to consider me annoying, but we're having a conversation. We just happen to
something to listen to while you watch.
Right. And the sad thing is, we got a lot of background noise at this Midwest Gaming Classics convention of 2016. I know Tamel, Michael Soroko's here, Nin Glendo, Glenn Updike, Nick Houselander, the two co-hosts of Settle on the Screen were here. And it's really cool.
Shout out to Settle It on the Screen.
Yeah, shout outs to Settle It on the Screen, the hosts here. They may be doing a session on Twitch this evening, but that's going to be lost because you'll be listening to this after the fact. Once Pete Hahn here, GGA Hahn, uploads this. But so it's pretty noisy. We can barely even hear the game, even from where I'm standing, which is on the player 4 side of what's his name? Hawkeye. The Hawkeye controller on the far right. I can barely hear the gameplay. There's music too, right, Pete?
Yeah.
Can't even hear the music. Gotta stretch your legs, huh? That's good. Oh yeah, this is a much better run than your first two, man. You got a lot more health than you did going into this level.
Look, if you throw this thing the wrong way, it still hits.
That's a hitbox detection thing, right?
Alright, this is where I messed up last time.
You gotta play conservatively, I guess. Yeah, that's how it is with when I'm playing Centipede. When the game starts getting crazy, I have to play pretty conservatively just to try to survive. Essentially, is what it is. And this run, no bumps of the camera and tripod, so this is even better than the first run.
Alright, so I need to get this perfectly right here.
You're trapped.
If you get them right, you can't get out.
Oh, nice. The nice thing about these boss battles is enemies don't keep spawning, you know? Like they do in some other brawlers, beat 'em ups. When you're at the boss battle.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, more health. 128 health points. Now, can you pick up every guy or only some of them?
Everyone except for bosses.
Oh, okay. I mean, in Final Fight, you can pick up the boss, but it's totally different brawler, I know. Oh yeah, by the way, congrats to James White on taking the new house high at Galloping Ghost Arcade here at Midwest Gaming Classics in Monster Bash, Sega's Monster Bash, a game that was at last year 2015's T20 tournament. It consisted of 20 games over the course of, I believe it was 5 days, where the games were not unveiled until the start of the tournament. So, and for those of you listening to this this recording, the the 2016 T20 will take place at Galloping Ghost Arcade in Brookfield, Illinois, in late October 2016. What's the date, Pete?
I forgot.
We'll figure it out. If anything, log on to Aurcade.com and you'll see it in the right side of the main site, AURCADE.com, to learn more about the T20 2016.
This is going very well so far.
Last year we had quite a few players, some very prominent, very skilled classic gamers, people very well versed in a bunch of titles. And Zurst,
He was here.
Justin K. I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to try. There you go. Pete just said it. He won the tournament. He did very well.
I have 136 at the last boss. If I don't beat him, there's something wrong with me.
You had much more health than you did going into it. You had like 20 at this point last time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely a much better run. World record attempt. That's why it's recorded. So. Okay, second transformation, right?
Yeah, this is the last boss. Let me stand up.
We're at 600. Oh, you just. Let me. All right. All right, this should still be good. I think I'm going to zoom in a little bit. All right, that should do it. First hit, 120, 102 points, health points. Pete does have a name record on this that was verified on Twin Galaxy.
4602.
You want to zoom in or whatever?
Yeah, we'll zoom. We'll get it.
Okay, so the only time that the tripod got bumped was when you stood up. So
That's my fault then.
I tried to correct it a little bit. Congratulations, Pete.
Thank you. I wonder if this panel's open so I can show the board. Oh, it is.
Oh, it's here?
The board's kind of.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. It's always nice when you don't have to go around.
Finally get a little break.
I need some water. I'm gonna go get some. I think I'm gonna go to the vending area or upstairs. That's where most of the drinks are. Kaboom! Coming time. Thanks to the brave and valiant efforts of our heroes, the Avengers.
James White and his evil plan was crushed.
Red Skull and his evil plan was crushed. And the world could once again breathe easily. But for the Avengers, the battle doesn't end here. Wherever evil exists in the world, they must confront it.
25 minutes maybe?
That's
25 minutes.
Wow, that's pretty good. Because a lot of these submissions out there are like in over an hour, and then you're like, man, I have to watch 10 minutes here or whatever.
If you want to play this game for score, you have to do basic punches only. It's a lot slower. That's how you get points in this game.
Oh, okay, so it's like doing the roundhouse kick in Double Dragon.
Exactly.
It's more risky, but
that's how you get the points, yeah.
So that's your challenge, to perfect the punch in this game.
The punches? Beat it with only basic punches?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What? That's like flipping, right? Or the ghost of Red Skull.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, showing the startup screen, I guess, right? The Avengers. Oh, right. You have to wait till the very end to enter your...
Well, there was still more of the ending, like where they showed the credits.
That's funny. Game over.
They'll show the score table in a second here. There you go. 840, 602.
1 coin.
Yep.
1 coin. So that's 1 credit complete.
Yep. So let me show off the board real quick. Show we're on the correct settings.
Whereas TAC used 10 credits and HO used 50. But those are the default scores, so it doesn't matter.
Text must not be very good.
You want me to lift this up?
No, I'm going to take it off the tripod.
Okay, because I don't want you to... You might bump it. You need a hand with it? Or, let me know what you...
Yeah, actually, if you want to hold the light,
yeah, let me
shine it toward the board.
Let me know where to shine it, okay?
Alright, shaky cam coming up.
Shaky cam.
Alright, there's Duke helping me out there today. There's the cabinet.
You truly like the way
Alright, just shine it at the board.
Can you see it?
Let's see, the dip switches are not easily... You know, I'm going to come from the back.
That's probably better, yeah.
I'll pull the cabinet away. Yeah, just make sure, we got to leave this recording though.
Oh, that's right. Okay, there's no room for everything. The world record.
Can you do me a favor and ask for a key for the back? Can you ask one of them for a key?
Okay, sure.
Alright, I don't have my keys on me, so we're going to have him open the back so we can show the board here.
Okay, here they come.
Yeah.
You got all that flashlight there?
Yeah, I got it.
Not much light back.
That's alright. Alright, we just got to show the dips are on the correct settings.
Oh, that's right. You have to have the right angle and everything.
Alright, the dips are right up there. There we go. Should be clear enough.
So, do you have any scores that went down besides James crashing yesterday?
There we go. There's the Captain America, the Avengers.
Oh, is that a game that you said you'd bring you back? Oh, okay.
Alright.
Cool.
Thank you for helping. Alright, so that's it. This has been Pete Hahn submitting for her arcade platform, Captain America and the Avengers. Today, it's what day is it?
It is
April 9th, 2016. I'm gonna get a quick grab of my screenshot of my score here. That was good commentary you provided. Thank you, Duke.
Oh, thanks. I just rattled away talking to somebody who's watching along.
All right, 840,602 is the grand total. Stamp a picture here for verification. All right, thanks everyone. Have a good one.